YouTube, welcome back. I just want to do a quick reading to kind of see what's going on in the ethers, what's going on in the collective's energy today. This reading isn't going to be about any sign in particular. It's just going to be a general collective reading. So take the message as it resonates, and if not, then if you don't mind dropping a like and a subscribe, that would be awesome. I'm trying to get my YouTube channel like a little bit more off the ground, a little bit on solid footing. So I'm going to try to upload these videos more consistently, which is a little bit difficult when you're a first-time mom of a 1-year-old, but we are up for the challenge. It's new, it's exciting, it's fun. But all right, let's get into these messages. We are going to start with the Kipper deck, just to kind of get the foundation for what this reading is going to be about. I hope you guys, hope your weekend is ending on a good start, or is ending on a good ending. I hope your weekend is ending well, okay? Let's get started. I'm just rambling. All right. Ancestor, spirit guides, guardian angels, what messages would you like to put out for the collective today? Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't want to pull cards that way. I'm just going to pull them directly from the deck, because this deck is a little bit small, so the cards, like, they'll fly everywhere if I shuffle the wrong way. Okay. What message would you like to get out to the collective today? Please and thank you. Starting off strong. Ooh, we have despair. Someone's weekend isn't ending swell. That's unfortunate. What else do we have? Gift in reverse. And let's do one more for the Kipper. Judication. It looks like, to me, it looks like a ruling did not go in someone's favor. Not only did it not go in their favor, it looks like they have to give something back. Something has to be returned. A gift, something, it could be energetic, or it could actually be something real, like in the 3D here. A ruling did not go in someone's favor. And there are two people on this card, so that kind of gives me the energy of a ruling did not go in a couple of people's favor, possibly even a couple. We're going to clarify more and see what this is about. What's that? 32, 17, 30. Someone could be in their 30s. That's kind of what I'm getting. What deck do I want to use? Pope Tarot. What tarot deck do I want to use? Put these over here. This court case has been going on for a while. Like, if any of you guys have been keeping up with this court case has been stretching out for forever. There have been so many delays and just like pauses. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how the spiritual I don't know how spiritual court works, but it seems like it's just as much of a long process as it is in earthly court. We're going to start off with clarifying despair. Maybe we can get an idea of who or what is in despair. Let's clarify despair, please, Spirit. We have the Hierophant reversed. The Hierophant reverse, of course it can mean like a religious organization, but I'm kind of getting the feeling that this is more than a couple of people. This might actually be a group of people who have just received a unfavorable verdict in court. And to be in the reverse, this seems like it was something like a corrupt organization. Or if it's not an organization, it can be just like a community or a group of people who have something in common, similar beliefs, traditions, it could be like even at a workplace, you know, an organization can be anything. What else do we have? Let's see if we can get one more for despair. Spirit, please. The Lovers. The Lovers can represent a choice. It can also represent a contract. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It can also be platonic. It can be familial, like any type of agreement between two. So just like an understanding or an agreement where each side says, okay, we agreed to do this, or we agreed to go about this in this way, you know. But it can also mean like a romantic partnership. So this almost comes off as like I want to say a divorce, or just a breaking or a breach of contract. We're going to get more into it though. Let's see if we can get more detail on gift reverse, Spirit. What do we have for gift reversed? Six of Swords, and one more for gift reverse, please. Four of Cups reverse. Moving away into calmer waters, and maybe new awareness or better understanding. Or is the verdict basically saying, okay, you're gonna have to let this go and move on. Or because of whatever decision that was made in court, whoever was a part of this contract or tied into this contract, they're pretty much being forced to kind of let go of whatever this gift is. I'm gonna have to, move on from it. And then let's get something for adjudication, please, Spirit. The Star reversed. The Star reversed. And one more, please. Ten of Cups. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that, guys. So we have the Star reverse, and then we have Ten of Cups. This kind of gives me the energy of, with this, whatever this contract or agreement was, it gives me the energy of, the understanding would be, okay, we are agreeing to do this, right? Whatever this is that we all agree on. And as a result of that, we'll all be like, something's going to be divvied out amongst all of us. That kind of gives me the energy of what the contract or whatever this agreement was. It was something that was supposed to be obtained. And with the Hierophant reverse and the Lovers, that kind of gives me like a fraudulent contract, or just like a contract that was signed by whatever parties were involved, but then there were like things added that weren't that both parties weren't made aware of, or there were details in the contract that were omitted or taken back without both parties being in agreement of that. But whatever was supposed to be obtained through this contract was meant to be divvied up between multiple people. And I think that's what that's what the ruling was that, you know, the contract was fraudulent. And so, you know, the gift is in reverse, whatever the gift is, whatever the gift could be. And that's why we have some people in despair and not too happy about it. Probably a few people not too happy about it, whoever was involved in this contract. Okay, some of my cards are backwards. There we are. I am so excited about spring. Like, I cannot wait for this snow to melt. Right now, I just moved to Alaska from Missouri, and I've never seen so much snow in my life. Like, the way the snow falls out here is insane. It's crazy. But I mean, it is Alaska, so it's like duh, but seeing it and experiencing it real life up close is kind of crazy. We're gonna see what other messages Spirit can give us about this energy. Break it down a little bit more. We have the Hierophant reverse and the Lovers, Gemini, Taurus energy. Let's see what that is about. This one just flew out. 2 of Cups. Oh no, that's 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. Choices, options, illusions. Let's see what else we can get. Spirit, what do we have for Hierophant reverse and the Lovers? What do we have for those two? We have 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. So this contract was meant to bring someone or people out of lack, meaning that there was something physical. There was something physical, something material, you know, like money, resources, connections, access, that was supposed to come from this contract. Had the contract been, what's the word I'm looking for? Honored, okay, correctly, then that would have been the result of it, coming out of an energy of lack, you know. That's what I'm getting from that. We have the Fool reversed, taking a leap of faith, or taking a leap of faith in the wrong direction, like going backwards. Some action was taken that was not the correct action to be taken. I don't know which side this is on. Whether it was, well, let's see if we can find out. What's the Fool reverse, Spirit? What's the Fool reversed? A Page of Swords. Yeah, this is an action taken by someone who moves fast and probably doesn't have all the information, doesn't have the correct information, or who is purposefully putting out the wrong information with the Fool reverse and Page of Swords reverse. Acting too quickly and without the right information, or acting in a way to purposefully misguide or fool someone or something. Okay? You following me? Are you following me? I wonder who this is resonating with. I'm so curious. I hope it's making sense. All right. Spirit, what do we have for, what's 6 of Swords, please? 6 of Swords is 8 of Cups. Eight of Cups. Walking. It's interesting because 6 of Swords is, you know, moving away, moving into calmer waters. And 8 of Cups is almost like, you know, trying to return. Trying to return. Trying to come back. Or maybe even abandoning. Abandoning? It could be abandoning. That's part of the judgment, is being forced to abandon whatever was meant to come from this contract. And then we have a King of Swords. A King of Swords. This could be you, collective. This could be this. That could actually. Oh my God, is this static? Y'all see how I'm like trying to put the card here? Oh my God, did y'all see that? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's static, but it does not want to stay in place. That's so crazy. What? That was. Oh, that's so bizarre. Cause none of the other cards, bro. Okay, I'm getting a little bit spooked. Wait, let me see if. Will this one do it too? Okay, it's doing it too over here. Oh, that's so cool. I wonder if it has anything to do with like, is there static in the cards? Well, I am on carpet, so we'll just say it's static electricity. I don't know what that was. That was crazy. Okay, collective. So you are actually abandoning something. So this could be you actually walking away from this contract, getting out of whatever the terms and conditions were. Being the King of Swords, someone who is very much so head over heart decision. This could be about this could actually be about a relationship, about a romance. If not, it's about a business, something along those lines. What else do we have, Spirit? Please and thank you. Page of Wands, abandoning something in order to take an inspired action somewhere else. So you're just like, all right, something isn't fair. Something that definitely isn't fair is going on. So I'm just going to take my little wand here and I'm going to go off on my own journey. Unlike the Fool reverse, who's just like moving recklessly. I'm actually going to plan this out a little bit using my logic, because I'm also a King of Swords, someone who's very intellectual. What else do we have? We have the Hanged Man, and it's doing it again. Okay, I wonder if it has anything to do with the crystals I have up here. Maybe it's giving off some type of energy. That's crazy. Page of Wands and the Hanged Man. Because you see things from a new perspective. You see things differently than you did before. The King of Swords. And I like how he's sitting like atop in the Lightseer's deck. The King of Swords is depicted as sitting on top of a mountain. So he has a pretty broad view of everything that's going on. He has like a bird's eye view, you know? Hence all the birds around. So he's able to see things from a new perspective, a different perspective, in order to take a leap in a different direction, taking an go on a different adventure. He's just like, I don't want to be a part of this because there's something murky in this water. He's looking down on everything and he's like, yeah, there's something murky in this water. So 8 of Cups, the water does look murky too, you know? It's like, I don't know what's in that, but I'm just gonna walk away and do something else. I mean, that makes sense to me. I don't want to be a part of something that's fraudulent. I don't want to be stuck in a fraudulent contract where people are like taking my shit and giving it out to other people, you know? Like, that wasn't the agreement, because the Lovers is 2 people. The Lovers is not 10 people. The Lovers is 2. See? Oops. I don't know if I can show that on YouTube. But yeah. How you gonna take my shit and hand it out to other people? Like, what? Okay. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Very... See, this is driving me crazy. Ah! I'm just gonna put this right here. Okay. Order in the court. Get it? Judication. Order in the court. Okay. Let's see what else we have. What else do we have going on with this? Interesting. There's so much stuff happening around us. Stuff that we can't even see, you know? There's like different levels to this existence. It's crazy. What else, Spirit? Ten of Swords. 10 of Swords. That's an ultimate ending. So someone felt betrayed. someone felt betrayed by you doing this, by you deciding, okay, no, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I'm going to go because I see things differently now. And so I'm going to do my own thing. And so there's there's an energy of betrayal. But I'm not sure if you are feeling betrayed in this situation, or whoever you are partnered up with that had his own little side hustle going on in the background feels betrayed. Let's get more into it. What else, Spirit? This is an interesting storyline so far. And then we have Page of Swords upright. Because, see, you got some new information. Because you have new information. There were facts that were brought to light that helped you be able to make this decision. Well, let's see here. Ten of Swords, Spirit. Can we clarify Ten of Swords a little bit more, please? The Lovers again. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. And what's the Lovers? Eight of Pentacles. Something that was done repeatedly. Okay, let me figure out how to say this. Hold on. So whatever actions that were taken in this contract, let's say you didn't know about it, right? All you knew was that yeah, it's we're working on this together. It's me and you, and we have this contract and we're working on it together, and that's about as much as you knew, right? So whatever actions that were taken behind the scenes, you ended up finding out about it. And you felt betrayed because of it. And not only did it happen once, twice, 3 times, it happened over and over. It was done repeatedly, this betrayal. Bottom of the deck, we have Temperance reversed, followed by Five of Cups. Moving on. Not being able to heal. Having to move on without even having to accept this situation for what it is without even being fully healed. Having to take a new direction without even healing, or still being in the process of healing and having to move on anyway. That's tough, man. That is tough. Oh, wow. I love Light Seer decks because there's just so much information in these cards, and every time, each card, you can get a different perspective, every time you look at it, What else do we have for this, Spirit? Just one card. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Under Eight of Cups reversed. This almost gives me the energy of restriction. Something or someone trying to restrict you, or someone or something trying to restrict this information from being brought to light, from you finding out about it. Two of Wands. Okay, what else? Five of Swords. Under the King of Swords. You don't want to fight. It's you don't want to fight about this. You just kind of want to move on peacefully. You just want to go on your separate way. This is very interesting. Hold on. Hello, we're back again. Okay. Right. So we have Five of Swords reversed. Also with this Page of Swords too, Page of Swords and Two of Wands reversed, it almost gives me the energy of trying to block certain details from coming out, so that you don't get the full picture, in order to like make a decision about in order to be unsure, just be in the energy of uncertainty as to whether or not you want to move forward or move on. But with the Five of Swords reversed, it's just like there was probably a lot of like tit for tat going back and forth, a lot of arguments, a lot of like just unnecessary stress. And then you got to the point where it's like, I don't want to argue about this. I know what I know, and from what I know, I want to go. That's kind of what that's giving, you know what I'm saying? Because like he's rubbing his head, he's just like, oh my god, like, dude, just come on now. I don't want to fight about this. I don't want to argue about it. I don't want to argue over dumb shit, because we both see it. It's right there. That Ten of Swords is hard to miss, you know? You can't really unexperience a Ten of Swords. Once you experience a Ten of Swords, you can't really unexperience it. It's kind of right there. It's in your face. It's in your back. What else do we have with this Spirit? Four of Swords reversed. Four of Swords. Nine of Wands. Yeah, this was a pretty heavy betrayal. Four of Swords is just like exhaustion. Really having to like recover after a crazy circumstance, you know? And then to still be able to get back up and keep going with the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands being the wounded warrior. It's like, you got scars, you know? You've been through the battle, you got the scars. And like, yeah, we're going to continue forward, okay? We're still not going to stay here. I'm not going to be a part of whatever bullshit this is. We're still going to, you know, go on our way. Thank you. So kudos to you. Not many people can do that, you know? Not many people have the strength. I'm surprised we don't have the strength card out here. Not many people have the strength to be able to get up and continue moving forward after betrayal with the Lovers. Like, a Ten of Swords is never supposed to be like next to a Lovers, you know? Ten of Swords and the Lovers, that's like a horrible combination. There it is again. Lovers reverse and Temperance. Ten of Swords and Lovers is not a card that you want to see come up next to each other in a reading. What else do we have, Spirit? Eight of Wands reversed. Eight of Wands. And Five of Wands. Uh-oh, I think my son just woke up. Hold on, give me a second. All right, I'm back once again. I'm gonna have to wrap this up because my little boy just woke up and he's not gonna give me too much time to stay here. But yeah, so the last cards we pulled was Eight of Wands reverse, Five of Wands. Eight of Wands, Five of Wands. Eight of Wands reverse is delays, blocking, just what? Who is that? Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Oh, okay. Okay, honey. Come on, stink-a-dink. Oh, I'll be back. Sorry. Okay, back to our programming. We have Eight of Wands reverse, Five of Wands. You want some water? This gives me the energy of trying to purposefully create delays and distractions. It's just trying to, like, yeah, just trying to slow you down. And Five of Wands is a card of like conflict and fighting. And it's like with the King of hi baby. With the King of Swords and the Lovers, it's just like, I thought it was just me and you. Like, who are these people? Like, who the fuck is this? I don't know who these people are. Why am I getting involved in fights and conflicts? Like, I want to just move on, you know? I'm just trying to get out of here. Okay. Yeah, guys, I might have to wrap this up. My baby, he wants my attention. So let's see if we can get, or we might be able to do a part 2, you know? Okay, what else do we have, Spirit? Sorry about that, guys. Knight of Cups. A Knight of Cups upright. What's that about? This is giving me heavy wolf in sheep's clothing. But let's see. Let's see. I don't want to jump ahead. Let's see. What else do we have, Spirit? Nine of Pentacles reversed. Even though Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups upright usually is a character or an energy who's very charming, romantic, very, you know, suave, you know. But with this Nine of Pentacles reverse, right, coming out right next to it, it gives me the energy of a facade, appearing to be one way in order to gain something, or in order to in order to gain something. So I don't really know if I trust this Knight of Cups, and I don't know who this Knight of Cups would be in your story. Take it how it resonates, but just be mindful of people's intentions, okay? Especially when it comes to the areas of love and romance. Be on guard against that, because there's a lot of bullshit that's been going around in that realm when it comes to divine masculines or divine feminines. There's a lot of shenanigans that have been taking place. What else do we have, Spirit? Five of Cups. Six of Swords. We got that one already, right? Six of Swords. Yeah. Six of Swords again. Okay, I thought so. No, I wasn't tripping. Five of Cups, regret, sorrow, and then Six of Swords is once again continuing to head into calmer waters. So I don't know if this Knight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles situation was something where you got involved with someone only to realize later that they didn't have the best intentions for you, and so you had this energy of regret, like, oh my god, why did I do that? Why did I fall for that? You know, almost like a setup, you know what I mean? Like with this Five of Wands, I feel like this energy, this Knight of Cups energy, was somehow involved in this five of Wands, and maybe he was sent to you just for this reason, in order to be a distraction, in order to delay you from moving on, to keep you stuck in this situation, whatever this contractual agreement, whatever that is, in order to keep you stuck in that, or just to keep you from being able to get out of that, or just to delay you. Like, I don't know what this is, just to fucking delay you more, but you were still able to move into calmer waters. So that's how you do that. That's how you make an escape, okay? You're like, I'm just gonna get on my boat with my little red shawl, and I'm gonna let these spirit pigeons move me into calmer waters, wherever that is. Like, wherever it is, just take me away from there, okay? Take me away from this. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go that way. Come on, spirit pigeon, let's go. That's what that gives me. So yeah, that's gonna be the reading, you guys. I am going to do my damnness to keep uploading these videos, and just to keep track of what's going on in the spiritual realm, what's going on in the ethers, because it's always like soap opera K-pop, just like juicy Jerry Springer type storylines that's been happening lately. It's really interesting stuff. But not only that, if any of this does resonate with you, then you'll at least kind of get a few steps ahead of whatever nonsense this is. And also too, remember that not all of this information in these cards is meant to be taken literally. Yes, baby. So, you know, use your discernment when watching tarot. As with anything, just always use your discernment. Don't make any major life decisions based off of a general tarot reading on YouTube, okay? Just be mindful, use discernment. Talk to your own ancestors, spirit guides, and, you know, yeah, be smart, okay? Well, you guys have a good night. Goodbye. Oh, yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for, you know, good karma points. Okay, bye.